Fellas, welcome back. Fellas show. It's a Thursday, one of the better days of the week, in my opinion. And here we are, June 17th. It's just your boy for now. Potentially some guests later on in the show as we move on. For now, it's your boy, fella number 2. Fella number 1, aka Eric, aka guy that used to wear a visor, not so much these days. He's out on a boat, middle of nowhere, no sports betting, no Twitter, no Fellas show, all alone. Just kidding. I think he's in an airport now, but he's gonna be alone in a boat. So I'm running the Fellas ship. Hopefully I don't drive it into a wall or nothing, and let's just have a good time, make some money, next few days. Let's go. I'm trying to get hyped up because, let's get into sports action yesterday. If you watch the show, we're in Philly. I'm a Sixers guy. And if you saw that game, you already know what I'm talking about. That was one of, simply put, it was Sixers basketball last night. 26-point lead. Managed to completely obliterate it. I don't even know where to start. You have Ben Simmons, who has completely and utterly forgotten how to throw a basketball into a basketball hoop from the free throw line. I was texting a friend about the game as we're watching. He says, Ben Simmons free throws aren't free. No, they're not. We pay dearly every time that man's at the line. It's just not good. So let's just put it this. So the stats, SportsCenter tweeted out. So 2 minutes 10 seconds left in the third. Sixers had a 24-point lead. At that point, a team has a 99.7% chance of winning. But if you've ever watched Sixers playoff basketball, you already know we are the 0.3%. I feel like this is going to lead to some question. Obviously, if they come out and win the series, then everyone's going to probably forget about this. If they lose this series, I see huge changes coming for that team. I don't know if Joel and Ben are both going to be there coming up next year if they lose this round. Hawks outscored the Sixers 40-19 in the fourth quarter. There's not a single clutch player on the Sixers. Lou Will just absolutely started tearing it up in the middle towards the end of the fourth. Really was the final spark. Trey just does Trey things. John Collins has been a really solid contributor in this series. The Hawks are looking like a complete team, frankly. Do I think even if they get past the Sixers in this round, they make much noise after that? No, I think the Bucks and the Nets are both going to be a lot harder than the Sixers, just because the Sixers do Sixer things. Although the Bucks have been doing Bucks things, who knows? East is a mess. Right now, it's funny, going into the playoffs, I think everyone was like, whoever wins it's probably coming out of the East. Now it seems like the West is just playing a lot cleaner basketball. Obviously, KD had a all-time game the other night, but really, just besides that, it's been kind of ugly. I don't know wow. Okay, and honestly, it gets worse. The more and more that fourth quarter for the Sixers was one of the worst things. There were two players. Like, you want to talk about not having a clutch team. We had two players on the Sixers that have scored a field goal in the fourth quarter. It was Embiid and Curry. Embiid had 37 in the game. Curry had 36. Seth Curry has been the second best player on the team for these playoffs. Ben Simmons is nowhere to be seen. Was he 2 of 10, 2 of 11? Like, I don't know how you get that bad at shooting free throws, especially throughout his career. Like, he was obviously never a great free throw shooter. Shooting's never been his thing. But we're talking, like, going from 60% passable, like, fine, like, not hack-a-shack type things. We had to take out. That's the thing. Ben Simmons provides defense. That's his best attribute. His defense and his passing. Sometime, a lot of the time before, his passing hasn't even been there that much lately. When you can't even have him in the game because the other team will just foul him and then he'll miss 2 free throws, when you can't even have him in the game in the fourth quarter because of that, then it doesn't matter how good he is at defense, and it's getting frustrating to see. He's got to fix his free throws. He's got to get that together. Other NBA game last night, the Jazz Clippers. Clippers take a 3-2 series lead, coming off the huge game from Kawhi and Paul George. Kawhi goes out with a knee injury. Paul George just takes it. He is not going down easy. 37 points, 16 rebound, double. Played for 40 minutes. That's, I don't know, playoff P, but not as a joke this time. He's actually rolling right now. Great contribution for the supporting cast. Marcus Morris with 25, really, really precise shooting. Reggie Jackson with 22, 3 3-pointers in the fourth to put it away. Bogdanovich was the leader for the Jazz, 32 points. Actually also tied the NBA record for playoff made threes in a quarter, making 6. So that was something. That first quarter was insane. As someone who had the under in the game, let me just put it this: coming off the Sixers lost, I'm like, all right, at least I got some bets on the next game. Maybe that'll make me feel better. Under, but I also had the Clippers. These was canceled out, but I had the under, and then they just came out absolutely balling. Just, I think after the first, they were both 67% from 3, both the Jazz and the Clippers. Just insane. So we'll see. We'll see come Friday, Game 6. I don't know what happens here. I really don't. I think Eric and I were both a lot higher on the Jazz and a lot lower on the Clippers. But, man, the Clippers don't seem to want to go away. And maybe they're just coming together at the right time, because I feel like my thoughts on the Clippers the whole year had been they have the players, they have the talent, but it just doesn't seem like they're meshing like a deep playoff push team. But right now, even without Kawhi, they're doing it. They're doing it. And they were doing it with Kawhi before he went out with this knee injury. Hopefully we get some good games here, because this is becoming quite a series. So I guess both of these series in the East are getting down to it going into Game 6 on Friday. Let's talk a little more NBA. Rookie of the Year was awarded yesterday. Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball got the Rookie of the Year. There was a little bit it was a close race on account of a couple things. I think had Ball not missed, what he missed, 11 games, I think. No, how many did he start? 51 games. So he missed 21 games. Wow. But he led rookies in assists and steals, and then he was second in points and rebounds. But the big thing against him was his playing time, his availability. Kind of stole this from Edwards. It's a toss-up in my opinion. A lot of people think he might have got it from Edwards. Edwards played in all 72 games. He led rookies with the scoring, 19.3 points per game. Probably the big thing against him was the inefficiency on his shooting, the inaccuracy. Um, but man, he was fun to watch. I know Eric's given up on the T Wolves, but he was fun to watch. He was a little spark, something to see. Uh, but yeah, shout out LaMelo Ball. Way to get it. I really like his play. Think he could get the Hornets. I think it'd be at least a decent playoff team with a couple more pieces there. But he seems like he's the guy down there. What else do we got? Let's check in on the YouTube. Let's see. And should have won. Eric's saying, yeah, he probably should have. I thought there wasn't a chance. I know I didn't honestly see the odds recently, but around like the All-Star break, I don't think it looked like it was even close. That's pretty unfortunate. Let's get into. I found the sticky stuff thing. We've been saying sticky stuff, but let's get back into MLB sticky stuff because I found some pretty interesting stuff that I haven't heard yet. Maybe I'm just living under a rock, but this is pretty interesting. This is coming from this man. Uh Angels club visiting clubhouse manager Brian Bubba Harkins. This dude Bubba, um, he was a visiting clubhouse manager for the Angels. He was fired in 2020 because he was the plug. He was hooking players up with sticky stuff. This is including the only names named in this article are Garrett Cole and Corey Kluber. And Bubba said Kluber used them in Cleveland, and then Cole used them in New York. There is a text from Cole to this dude Bubba, and he said, "This is I can't believe. Hey Bubba, it's Garrett Cole. I was wondering if you could help me out with this sticky situation. We don't see you until May, but we have some road games in April that are in cold weather places. The stuff I had last year seizes up when it gets cold." He says, if you could help me out with this sticky situation. Then the exchange follows with Cole and Harkins discussing the mixture he wants, and then Bubba Harkins sends Cole allegedly a custom-made batch of sticky stuff, undescribed sticky stuff though, which probably means it's probably not just your sunscreen resin type stuff. It's probably your spider tack. Putting this in combination with how he reacted to the spider tack thing when he was asked in that press conference, it's looking like he might have been getting some real sticky stuff. And then he got his custom badge, and then there's a text that says, "Thank you," or "Thanks, Bubba, you the man." So Bubba actually came out and talked about the formula he uses and gives to players. He told Sports Illustrated that it's a mixture of liquid pine tar, solid pine tar, and resin, all together. And I'm assuming, like what Cole was talking about, there's different combinations, different mixtures for, I guess, different weathers, different scenarios. I don't know. He also says he shipped sticky stuff to Max Scherzer. Also, like he says, every big name. He doesn't name all of them, but he goes on to say, like, if you have any big name pitcher that you like, I've sent him sticky stuff. Some of the agents are denying it, but I don't think at this point anyone's gonna believe that, whether or not it's true, with how many people have been caught already and changing their pitching and coming out because of this sticky stuff. I don't think anyone's believing that, it's not getting shipped to them. And maybe I'll pull up the picture of the man in a second, because he does look like he looks exactly like what you'd think the sticky stuff plug looked like. I'll get that. But so that's part one. That's a little background. That came out a couple days ago, but I haven't heard anything about it. And I thought it was really interesting hearing about, the dude who provides it, the mixtures. Then we get into Garrett Cole, who actually, this came out this morning. He actually came out despite his unwillingness to talk last time he was asked about it. He came out this time and had some frustrations talking about how hard it was to grip the ball, all of that, basically echoing what we heard yesterday. And I have the clip up. Where did the clip go? Let me pull up the clip real quick. Here it is. Oh, man. Too many tabs, man. Here we go. Dang it. Alright, well, if I can't get this up. Alright, well, we'll talk about it for a second while I'm trying to work on that. But basically, he says, it's hard. It's so hard to grip the ball. He says it's part of the reason why almost every player on the field has something. Whether or not they're a pitcher, they need something to help them control the ball. It seems like the problem continuously gets traced back to the ball, which I think is pretty weird. I don't know. I think it's pretty weird that the ball has been this bad for so long and there's been so many countermeasures to make the ball usable, yet we're only hearing about it now. It's all very, man, the whole thing's too weird. Why? I really wanted this video up because he just sounded like he just was being, not gonna lie, he wasn't as eloquent as anyone else who's been talking about it. He was a bit whiny. I'm not gonna lie, not to do the guy like that, but oh wait, I knew I had it working, man. I had it all set up. It was supposed to be perfect, but here we go. Here's the video. I don't think there was any sound. Was there no sound? Alright. There was no sound on that. I had the clip up. Whatever. I'll just repeat what he said. I can do that. At least I won't get copyright strikes for that either. Basically, he's saying it's impossible to play any position without something. He's actually been having decent outings. There was that initial huge decline in his performances, and then he's kind of popped back. Not nearly as rough anymore. We're seeing a lot of changes though, and a lot of upset pitchers. The other thing that's happened then, which I think, now this has not been reported to have anything to do with the sticky stuff, but I mean, it very, very well could. DeGrom, Mets ace, on a insane tear so far this season. At 3 perfect innings into his game against the Chicago Cubs yesterday, goes out with right shoulder soreness. He was very frustrated. He said this is getting old. I want to be out there competing. I don't know what's getting old though. Is it just not playing, or is it maybe how difficult it's become for pitchers in this new era of baseball? He's running right now with a .54 ERA, a .51 WHIP, and 111 strikeouts and 8 walks over 67 innings. He's also hitting .423 and he has 6 RBIs. This dude is doing insane things, and it's on. I'm making assumptions here. Nothing has come out about DeGrom using anything, but he has been able to keep up the pace. He has seen no drop off. He actually has gotten better. I think one of, if not the only player in the MLB who has gotten better since the NFL or the MLB's cracked down on the sticky stuff. He's one of the only players that has improved since then. But as we've seen, it could lead to injury, could lead to soreness. I'm just wondering, does this have anything to, that shoulder soreness? Maybe it's because there's a lot more effort, different muscles than he normally uses. I don't know for sure that he's using it, but it's interesting for sure. It's definitely something to consider. The sticky stuff news does not stop coming out. I love calling it sticky stuff news. I'm hooked on it. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how the MLB comes back from this now, because I think when it first came out that they were cracking down on this, people were happy. People were like, let's go. We don't want cheating in baseball. But I think a lot of people, including myself, underestimated how deep all of this goes and how involved pitchers everywhere are, and how much it affects the game, how much it's such an integral piece of how it actually works. So that's the sticky stuff for the day. I'm sure there'll be more. It doesn't seem like it's stopping anytime soon. Let's move over to a little PGA action. Rory McIlroy has a little complaint. He is the chairman of the USPGA Tour Players Advisory Council, big honor, and he is looking to get green books outlawed from all tour events, and they're going to be voting on this ban. They're going to be voting on this ban in potentially the next week. For those that don't know, green books are super accurate, like top-down images of the greens of a golf course for each hole that basically give you ideas on, elevation, just reading the greens and how to actually approach them. McIlroy said personally that he actually uses them. I mean, I couldn't imagine not using if they're out there to be offered. He wouldn't use them. But he wants them outlawed. He said, for the greater good of the game, I'd like to see them be outlawed and for them not to be used anymore. It's not that it's an advantage, really. It's just taking away a skill that takes time and practice to be mastered. Reading greens is a real skill that some people are better at than others, and it just nullifies the advantage that people have. It's made everyone lazier. People don't put in time to prepare the way they used to, and that's why you see so many more players at Augusta, for example, take their time around the greens, hit so many more putts. It's because they have to. It's because there's no green books there. Everyone's actually has to look around and stuff. So, I know Bryson DeChambeau is a big-time green book guy. It makes sense with his style of play. Everyone knows is super analytical, and all that. So it makes sense that he'd be someone who's involved in the green books. I didn't know green books are this thing, but I was looking into can I get a green book? So they have limited ones available to the public, but they are making big time sales with professional golfers. I was just looking on their website, all the testimonials at a European tour. They said 7 out of the top 10 finishers there were using a green book. Everyone uses green books, and I think it's not something that's against the rules, but I think probably a lot of people share the sentiment with McIlroy that it's taking out a part of the game that you actually have to practice and you actually have to be good at, and something that involves and just another element, and it kind of removes it. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll get news on whether or not it changes in potentially the next week. So it's a 16-member council for the PGA Tour Players Advisory Council. There's 16 players on it. But they voted. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the player council actually already voted to ban it, but then the full tour board is going to come together and vote it based on that recommendation, it seems like. So players seem to be against it, which is interesting considering they're the ones benefiting from it. So I'd imagine if all the players don't want it, I don't see why the PGA Tour Board would want to keep it, unless maybe it's improving the golf, maybe making people game move faster, people more interested. I'm not sure, but it seems like it's probably going to get banned, at least based on what the players want to do here. So that's a little tidbit from the PGA. What else we got? Let's do a little bit of NBA. Well, not NBA. I guess the international basketball. Talking about the Olympics. I think we got to get more hype. I know these Olympics are a little controversial. I know they're a year late. I know a lot of our favorite basketball players are not going. But still, I don't know. Team USA basketball is always one of my favorite things. I like everything about it. I like seeing guys never playing together, coming together, and actually playing hard. And I know you get the opportunity to see guys, the best of the best, all on the same team in the All-Star game. But we all know the All-Star game isn't real basketball. It's an offensive clinic. Now, Olympic basketball, depending on what country they're playing, if they have a legit team, these are, all-star or borderline all-star players who are out here balling out together, representing the USA. It's sick. The jerseys are always sick. They always have different numbers. It's just a fun time. Right now, Jason Tatum, the news is just committed to play for USA basketball. He's joining currently. You got Draymond and Dame are on the roster right now. They're hoping on another commitment from Bradley Beal, but it is gonna be a less star-studded team than usual with everything happening surrounding these Olympics. But still, Jason Tatum, Draymond, Dame, and then if they get Beal, I actually just like that roster as an actual team. Like they get a good center in there. Hey. I'd like to see it. This is Tatum's first time in the Olympics for Team USA, and USA's training camp starts in what's that? 2 weeks, and the actual Olympic tournament starts in like a month and a couple days. So that's exciting. That'll be great to see. It's always great to see Team USA suit up, play some basketball, get that gold medal. Love to see it. What is it? All right, 10:30. We'll kick it to a quick break and then come back with some more info, some more news, some talk with the fellas. That's all there is to it. We'll see you on the other side. Be right back. What's up, fellas? We're back at it. First, I want to start out. Say what's up to everyone in the chat. What's up, Rugby, Yummy Foe, John? Man, it's hard out here on your own. A lot of things open and all the screens, all the windows. Haven't even looked over it. What's up, boys? I won't neglect you anymore. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around as we get into some more news. Also, this just in, potential fellow one drop-in visit from the airport. This guy's on his grind. True businessman. But for now, while we wait on that, when we see if that gets working, we will get into some other stuff I wanted to talk about going on in the sports world. This happens in the tennis realm. Rafael Nadal, big time tennis player. He just announced that he will not be playing in Wimbledon or at the Tokyo Olympics, citing his body. He said he's just listening to his body. He's feeling like he can't keep it going. He reached the French Open semifinals this month. He won the title at Wimbledon twice, won the Olympic gold medal in singles in 2008. He says he wants to prolong his career, continue to do what makes him happy, and to compete at the highest level and keep fighting for those professional and personal goals at the maximum level of competition. And he said the fact that there's only 2 weeks between the Roland Garros and Wimbledon did not make it easier on his body to recover, and it's always a demanding clay court season. So he's taking care of his body, trying to prolong it. And we got him. We got the boy. He's in the waiting room. Let's let him in. There we go. There he is, masked up in the airport. Wait, I need my headphones now. Hey, man. Hello? Hold on. Do we have a technical difficulty?
Hello.
Hey, there he is.
Hi.
How's it going out there?
Not good. My flight just got delayed like 3.5 hours due to weather, and they don't even know if that's going to be the actual time. So here I am, sitting in my home state, but stuck in an airport.
Bro, what do you mean? Looks sunny out there.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a great view of the Jets and stuff, you know?
Hell yeah.
Speaking of the Jets suck.
Dude, I don't know. Do you see what they said? Zach Wilson's everything he's advertised to be. They got a special team this year. That's what I'm hearing out of the Jets camp. And we all know
shit.
We all know that mini camp news is just facts.
It's electric.
It's just facts. No speculation, just facts. I don't know. Do you think he starts?
What have you been talking? I saw. You have to. How could you not?
What
else?
Who's even? Do? Actually, you know what? I just realized I don't even know who the Jets' backup is because Darnold's gone, Flacco's gone.
Who is their backup?
Did they get anyone?
They had to.
Hold on, pull up the depth chart.
Dude, 5 WNBA games tonight.
Oh, I know, big time. You sent me over the pic. Wow, yeah, they're absolutely going with Zach Wilson. They have 2 names I've never heard of in my life behind him on the depth chart. James Morgan and Mike White.
Oh, what? Who are they?
Let's go on. James Morgan.
Are they rookies too?
He's a second-year player out of Florida International, 24 years old. So that's James Morgan, number 4 for the New York Jets. And then we got Mike White. Dang, 6'5", big boy. He's 26, drafted by Dallas in 2018 in the 5th round, Western Kentucky boy. So there we go. Hey, that's interesting, man. They're really sending with Zach Wilson then. I don't know. I talked a little sticky fingers. Talked a little.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear that?
Just bitch and moaned about it. Yeah, someone was bitching about it.
Garrett did.
Was it Garrett?
Yeah.
Garrett's the biggest cheater in the damn league. That's why.
Yeah, I think I really
this man.
I do think that he came out and was being like all scared little baby boy, as we saw in that one interview, and then he saw how Tyler Glasnow actually talked about it, and that everyone was like respecting, like, oh man, like actually listening to his point, and then he came out and was like, yeah, it's hard to grip the ball. I really wish that video worked. I might just try to get it up now.
So that Tyler Glasnow clip that we watched yesterday, I put that on TikTok and just
Dude, I saw that.
clickbaited it, you know.
Yeah.
The funniest comment I saw on that, because there are some funny ass comments on there.
The TikTok guys always get at it.
Was Yankee fan, one of the top comments, Yankee fan, I couldn't agree more. And the next comment was like, yeah, no shit, you have the biggest cheater in the league on your team.
It's true.
It was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, hey, no wonder why you'd be siding with him.
Do you see
the?
Do you hear what I was saying about the dude that was supplying it?
Yeah, he had like an inside guy.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was on some rant.
Like, got a plug in every different city.
It was crazy. That came out like 2 days ago. I didn't see anything about that, and just looking. I was looking for that
Bubba guy.
Yeah, that Bubba guy.
Dude, he's probably got so much dirt on so many different pitchers.
I know, dude. He seemed like he only exposed people who had already been out. You think DeGrom is using sticky stuff? You think that's why his shoulder hurts?
I honestly, I mean, maybe a little bit, but his ERA is still fucking dropping.
I know, dude. He's gotten better. I think with him, I think probably similar
to
what.
Apparently, the last game his RPMs did drop a decent amount.
That's what I'm thinking. If it's just the sunscreen and rosin that that Glasnow is using.
Yeah, I think every player is using some type of something. And like Glasnow said, he's like, it's not for extra spin. He's like, I don't care about the extra spin. He's like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, it sounds like they really are only doing it for grip. But not
some
in
of them.
Garrett Cole's.
Some people.
Yeah, Garrett Cole's case, this is completely changing RPMs around and things like that.
So. Yeah, I think it's breaking down now into people using it for just ease in their muscles and the actual throwing motion for grip.
Yeah,
which I think was what we could be saying. Not even to throw DeGrom, because he's probably good, and I mean he's clearly good enough that he can keep doing it. But if he had been using it, I could see how it could lead to soreness just from using different muscles and stuff. But his performance is still the same, and that's I think that's
he's just cool. A damn good pitcher.
Yeah, I think if there's something like that doesn't give you an unfair like spin and all, and it just allows you to continue performing at the level that you can already perform at, like that seems like something that maybe can be a controlled thing that's allowed. I don't know. I mean,
the problem is like, yes, can you crack down on substances and get substances out of the league? Yes, absolutely. Should you do it in a, hey, you're allowed to use whatever you want, and hey, now you're not allowed to use anything type of fashion? No. That's where the injuries are going to start. If they were like, okay, you can use sunscreen, absolutely no rosin, there's no rosin allowed, or whatever, like however you want to do it, but you can't just go from everything to nothing, because now guys are going to be snapping elbows and popping shoulders, and like we already see Tyler Glasnow go down with a popped elbow. He's probably going to have to get Tommy John. Now DeGrom has shoulder problems now.
Yeah,
it seems like every pitcher has something now, and it's like, okay, well, this is why we can't just do that. Imagine football is just like 1 year, no helmet-to-helmet contact. Next year, helmet-to-helmet contact, totally allowed, totally legal. Like, you can do it all the time. Yeah, people are going to get hurt. Like, you can't just change an extreme rule like that, especially when, like, elbows and stuff like that are so fragile already, even with the sticky stuff. Dummies. Rob Manfred hates baseball.
I'll say.
That dude is a cancer for the MLB. They need to get rid of him. I don't know how you get rid of him, but that dude is a problem. Also, funny TikTok comment. I commented on my personal account, Rob Manfred hates baseball. Got a bunch of likes and stuff. And the only one who retaliated is, at least it's not like the NBA who only listens to their fans. You're just mad that Rob Manfred does his own thing and doesn't listen to fans. And I was like, that's literally the reason MLB is dying, because I was like, homie, fans run leagues. I don't know if you've been around long enough, but what the fans want, the fans get.
Yeah, I mean,
and if it doesn't happen, that league goes away.
I mean, and
as
at least
the MLB is going away.
At least like What are we gonna say that the NBA isn't a player-friendly league either? Like, are you serious?
Yeah, are you?
And then
These guys can get max contracts on any team they want every other year. It's unbelievable.
and you're gonna say that he's not listening to the fans under a video of a star pitcher saying it? He's not a like. No, the players are saying this. The fans are
Yeah.
confused. The fans are like, "What's this all sticky?" I don't know.
It never fails to amuse me. Some of the younglings on the TikTok, and
It's a
they're
different world.
very aggressive opinions.
Very different.
It's very
world out
fun
there.
to listen to. But hey, shout out to the TikTok,
For sure.
350,000 views,
Woo!
35,000 likes. You know,
Woo!
we're out there. We're out there.
Dang.
Stirring controversy.
Yeah, get stirring it up. And
I just realized I am not on the YouTube, so I can't see anything that's going on or how I look or anything.
oh, you look good, man.
Oh, thanks, man. I feel like I got this nice sun glow behind me.
Ah, you're absolutely. This is day 2 with the sun behind you now.
Dude, I'm feeling good about the sun.
Straight angelic.
I think it's a good look for me.
What do you got? You got anything you're pondering over there in the airport?
Oh, God. What's... Rigged. Ant should have won Seattle T-Wolves franchise star. What a great comment by me.
I
don't know,
thought he had it. I didn't even realize LaMelo stood a chance after he missed those games.
Dude, the votes weren't even close, too. It really wasn't. It was like, what was it? Something 85-15 or something, which is ridiculous. I was like, okay, I don't think Ant should be the rookie of the year either because he's like on the worst team ever and he's barely playing as the best team on there.
Kind of pure volume type of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the more minutes he gets, obviously the better. Yeah, I don't know. But like 85-15 for a guy who played all games this year and another guy who missed the chunk of time. Like, come on, 85-15 wasn't that much of a landslide.
I did a statistics project, a data analysis project.
Ooh.
When Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell were up for Rookie of the Year. And it was trying to predict it because there was controversy. And one of the first thing, because I want to defend Ben Simmons because I am here and I am me.
Dude, speaking of Sixers, they suck.
Can we not actually speak of the Sixers, actually?
They suck. God, dude, I have seen some chokes in my day as a Minnesota fan, but man, that was...
What was it? So the last one... So I wish you were there because with 8 minutes left in the fourth, I said to myself, watching it with the boys, I said, because I don't want to say it in front of those boys because I don't want to, I don't want to bring the spirits down. But like 8 minutes left, and when they got it down to like 8, I was like, we lose this one. Like,
well, you texted me and I was like, and I didn't know what you meant because I was at Maxie's. For those who don't know, Maxie's is the campus bar where me and Sean live. I was there watching the Sixers game with a couple people. Left that bar, they were up by 20. Like just before the third quarter ended, they were up by 20. And I'm like, okay, like gonna walk back. Took my time walking back. Came back, walked inside. Our other roommates got the game on. Brian and Dave got the game on. Turn around and Sixers are only up 6. And then you texted me and I was like, wow. Went upstairs to change into sweatpants, came back downstairs and the Sixers were down by 3. And I was like, oh, what just happened? Like, what in the world just happened? It was so fast.
I said Sixers basketball.
Sixers basketball.
It's just funny. Someone was like, oh, it's supposed to be our year. I was like, dude, every year's supposed to be our year. It's like, oh, really we got Jimmy this year. We got the clutch. Nobody can stop us. We got it this time. And then, Hey,
man, I try to keep people in check there, and I just get yelled at for it. And so I just let them figure it out for themselves.
Yeah, man. I remember when you were like, bro, I think the Hawks are going to beat the Sixers in 6 probably, actually. And then next year it's, oh, dude, we got Al. Now we can have 2 big guys be able to stop Giannis. We took away the biggest Joel defender in the East. We got it this. Yeah. Oh, or we could get swept by the Celtics, even though we took Al away from them because we didn't want him to defend Joel. But then they swept us and just got better as a team as a result. Oh, but then this year's our year because we have shooters and Ben's can take J's now. I've seen him shooting threes in warm-ups. And Joel's skinnier. He's not gonna get hurt. And yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing
Fun
you
stuff.
can't have is hope or joy.
Yeah, hey man, if there's anyone who understands that, it's me as
That's
a
fair.
Minnesota fan. However, man, that's a lot of hope that I haven't seen that much hope before. I mean, 20-point lead going into the fourth when you're just dominating all game. And Embiid hasn't missed a shot, hasn't missed a free throw, and then he bricks two in the closing minute.
Seth Curry with 36 and Joel Embiid with 37 are the only two players to score in the fourth quarter for the Sixers. At least a field goal. I'm sure there was foul shots, but the only two field goals in the fourth quarter. Only two players to score them.
Yeah.
That's what we're down to. It's literally a two-player offense.
Free throw line, 11 and 11 on the night, and then missed both. Unbelievable.
I was getting into this. I was saying first of all, I think if they win this series, then everyone forgets about this, as with most things.
They do.
If they lose this series, there's going to be a shakeup. I think Ben's out. I think at this point, we've realized unless they can get it to work, because they did get it to work in the regular season. They did a little bit better than I've ever seen.
This was the first time that they truly were like the most dynamic duo that they've ever been.
We finally got, but
like what Sixers fans have always wanted.
Yep, but now we're back to playing a consistently good team and a roster that can figure you out. It breaks down to this: Ben can play well when Joel is on the floor because he needs spacing around the arc. He can also play well when Joel is hot from three. If Joel is playing his game inside, though, Ben is essentially useless on offense, except maybe some flashy passes here and there. Now, transition offense is a different story, one of the best. Even though he's kind of not been recently, but, he's been so good at it for so long, I'll still give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
When Ben and Joel are on the floor, and Joel is not just jacking threes and feeling hot, Ben is useless on offense. He's useless on offense. It's a four-man offense.
Yeah, absolutely. But who do you get for Ben? And it would have to be Ben and Tobias.
Possibly.
Because if the reason you want to get rid of Ben is because of offensive efficiency, then Tobias has to go too. Because
it's not efficiency. He's a liability. It's not efficient.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Tobias inefficient, inconsistent. Ben isn't even playing defense. He isn't even on the court playing defense, which is his thing in the fourth quarter, because he's gonna get hacked and miss two free throws. If he's shooting 20% from the free throw line, you can't even have him on the floor playing defense. I know.
It's literally just Hack Howard all over again.
I was thinking if we had picked up all the Lowry rumors, I think, what was it, Ben and Tyrese Maxey? I don't
know, for a 34-year-old point guard.
I know. I hear you.
It would have been a sellout to try and win for this year.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
The problem. It would have been an all-out push all in for this year.
But is that the way things are shaking up, I wish we had now, look, I'm not going to say when that trade is being discussed, no shot that I want that. Not at all.
Yeah.
But looking at it now, seeing that the East is kind of falling apart before our eyes, the West has good teams, but none of them are a crazy stacked big three. Nothing. They're just good teams playing well. If we had that, I don't know. It's an open playoffs right now, No one's really the absolute favorite, I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, man, I don't know.
I don't want to get too much more into it. Oh, but I was talking about the Rookie of the Year. I think only once since the Rookie of the Year award was created has a rookie who's led in points per game and at least one other category. I think it's only been one time they haven't won the Rookie of the Year. Typically, if you lead two categories in statistics as a rookie among rookies, you win Rookie of the Year. Now, this year is a little more interesting considering the efficiency and considering
Yeah.
what categories are led and all. Um, but
I
I don't
mean,
know. It's
even
pretty rare. It was a pretty rare thing.
yeah. I mean, even as a T-Wolves fan, I honestly can't be mad. Like maybe on the outside of things, you could look at the stats and be like, well, that doesn't make sense. Ant should have probably won that. But like, if you would have watched the games of Ant and watched the games of Melo, like it is clearly two
Yeah, yeah.
different,
I think it's easy to say. It's definitely easy
different
to
things.
say when you see his points per game and you see like on Twitter just like his dunks and stuff, and you're like, oh, this dude's electric.
Yeah,
Why is he not the
yeah.
rookie? But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
like
not.
Melo looks like a player that could change a team already.
Yeah,
Ant
that's what
just
I was
looks like
saying.
a really good rookie.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. Did you see that Patty Mahomes and Tom Brady are going to share Madden cover?
Yeah, yeah. I saw them chilling at the shoot. I was like, dang, that's an expensive room.
Uh, hey, if the Madden curse continues,
Oh my
which
goodness.
it was broken what last year, 2 years ago? Who broke it? Someone broke it. Um, I think Lamar broke it.
Lamar didn't get hurt, no, but
No, he got MVP too.
yeah.
When he, I think that was the year. Anyways, if the Madden curse continues, that is two very, 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 very good quarterbacks, and I think it would be fun not to see them hurt, but to see them suck. Am I the only one who still would enjoy watching the Kansas City Chiefs lose every game, even though I like everyone on that team?
I don't want to see the Chiefs lose every game. Why do you want to see the Chiefs lose every game?
Because they've been good for like 2, 3 years now, and now I kind of want to see them be bad.
Oh man, I
It
don't
comes and
know.
goes, man.
I don't know. They're so likable.
I
Maybe,
know.
kinda. I don't know. Not yet. I'm
I
not
mean,
sick of
hey,
them yet. Give me 2 years, I'm probably with you,
I
but
mean,
not yet.
hey, if there's someone who doesn't like the people who people like most in the NFL, it's me. Remember, my one of my least favorite quarterbacks names is Russell Wilson, based off the fact that he has no personality and he's too perfect.
Hey man, I don't like him either.
He's
He's
annoying,
he's always dude. He always
little
tears up the
church boy,
Eagles.
innocent little shit ass
The thing
shit.
he always does the same thing against the Eagles too, because I feel like we always
He
play
does tear up the
a
Eagles.
really bad game, and nobody on the Seahawks ever is like doing anything crazy, and he's just like, "Oh, I actually have a personal vendetta against you guys, and I will do everything in my power to win this game." Like that playoff game when Wentz went down and McCown had to come in, and like
And almost won.
almost won. They just kept screwing. Both teams just kept screwing up, screwing up, screwing up, and then Russell Wilson's like, "Guys, come on. Am I the only NFL player here? It's like, am I really this is good. I'm gonna have to take over
Ooh, is this
now.
really gonna happen?
I'm gonna have to take. All right, I'll take over, Mister. Dang it, I can never, Mister Invincible. Uh, I'm gonna have to play that video one of these days. Russell Wilson. What's his Mister Invincible? Nah, it's something. It's something less.
Less cheesy, corny.
I think it's Mister Unlimited. It's more cheesy. Mister Unlimited.
Oh, all right, even more then.
That's his alter ego.
God, there are so many bets for today. Holy shit. I have a stack,
Oh,
a big old stack.
stack of bets.
Oh yeah, it's looking good.
Well,
The money's looking where it should too on the things that I had leans on. Check one more thing. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great night for WNBA. That's for sure. That's for damn sure, Sean.
you want to pop out for a break and then get into that?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down.
We'll be right back, fellas. Y'all know what time it is. Coming up, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. What's it? 10 over there?
There's 10 here right now.
Wow.
There's 10.
Wow.
I
Multi-time zone show happening today.
I honestly, if I clock in about a couple hours, it'll be another hour back. I'm going to that Montana time zone.
Out on a boat. Oh, man. All right, fellas. We'll be right back in say 4.
I
Give
like
or take.
I like 4.
Give or take.
Lets
Give
me
or
throw darts
take.
in time. 4 picks.
Yeah, right. That's what we're doing over here. That's what I'm gonna do some research. Just pull out a dart.
Start throwing darts.
All right. Yeah, we gotta get the darts dusted off. We'll be right back. Fellas.
Oh, Sean's on one today.
It's
Let me tell you
11:05.
what, fellas.
Dude, I let me tell you. I walked to Richie's, got that
How many?
I got that pork roll wrap on a bagel. For those who don't know.
Ooh.
Well, actually, for those who don't even know what pork roll is, because that is a very regional thing. Pork roll, it's like
just
ham.
roasted.
It's like ham and bacon combined into a little salty circle.
It's just like a little sausage patty, basically, but it's like ham.
Bro, it's so much more than a little sausage patty.
It is good. It is good.
I wish
Let's just call it what it is, and it's just not.
Yeah. It's
fried.
I
fried ham.
think a bit of a combination between ham and bacon is the best way I can describe it. It's like really salty ham.
Yeah.
Mad good though.
It's very good. Very good.
Then my guy Richie puts it on the bagel with the egg, cheese, the hash brown, and the hot sauce.
Hey, I'd be in a pretty good mood this morning too if I got some Richie's. I'm not gonna lie. So, but instead I'm stuck in an airport.
No Bloody Marys
on a delayed. And no Bloody Marys to be found. No bars are open too early. It's unbelievable. All right, let's get into the bets. I didn't think I was gonna do bets today, but here we are.
Thank goodness.
Not on vacation yet. Not on vacation yet. Yeah, thank goodness. All right, 7 o'clock. We have the only NHL game tonight. We are in the Stanley Cup semifinals, and we are.
Time zone.
These are all Central Standard Times today, fellas. All Central.
Except for on the screen.
Central Standard Times. Yeah, except for on the screen.
Bro, are you even allowed to bet anywhere in Central Standard?
Fine. No, I can't. I literally can't. I'm on Action Network right now to see all the odds because I actually cannot physically put in a bet unless I go to Bovada, which is the worst place ever. I hate that place.
Yeah, they're sketch. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. All right. Bets.
Okay.
We have 8 o'clock Eastern. We have the Islanders at home. Game 3 of this series, tied 1-1. Man, and I know we talk about it every single time we bring up these two teams, but we have futures on both of these two teams from a month ago now, probably about a month ago.
Yeah, right at the beginning, right before the first week of playoffs.
We have a 750 on Lightning. We have a 2200 on Islanders. I have no idea what they even are now, but give me the Islanders here at home tonight with the plus odds, plus 118. Islanders are getting minus 137. Looks like 64% of tickets on Islanders, but only 41% of money. So kind of split up a little bit. Surprising that the Lightning are favored, yet getting more money, which means that parlays are not in play here. People are actually taking these straight, which means that people do not trust their bets at all because they're not willing to parlay.
Yeah, these are decent.
Give me the Islanders here
too.
Yeah, definitely. Give me the Islanders here at home. They just look better, and I've been saying it all season, but I'm going to say it again. It's because they played in the East Division all year. They played the top probably four of the top 7 to 8 teams in the entire NHL all season long. They're accustomed to this. They beat the Penguins. They beat the Bruins. Those are 2 of the top teams in the East right there. The Lightning are damn good and should not be overlooked, but the East is just another level this year. And I saw it in game 1, and I mean, it's pretty hard to beat Tampa Bay twice, even for the Islanders, even for the best team in the East. So I kind of knew that second game was coming, but that first game, the Islanders fucking took it to them. They looked faster, they looked better, they looked more efficient. Lightning are hitting a little heavier, but it doesn't seem to phase the Islanders considering they just came off the series against the meanest team in the NHL. So yeah, I don't think it's going to phase them. Give me the Islanders here tonight. I don't have a play on the under over. I have no idea what to do in under overs in this series. It could be 1-0. It could be 6-8. I have no idea, but give me the Islanders either way. I really do think they take it to them tonight.
Lightning
at home.
Lightning have lost 3 of their last 4 game 3s.
Wow.
That kind of it's actually kind of because that would be because they're typically the higher seeds, so they probably do get home advantage for the first 2. third one when they go away, they tend to lose.
Let's see. Against Florida, they didn't have it. Against Carolina, they did have it. Yeah, they normally probably do have home. Yeah, because they're always top seed. All right, so that's NHL. Move on to NBA tonight. 8:30 Eastern. We got Nets at Bucks trying to wrap up the series tonight in Milwaukee, up 3-2. Looks like Nets are getting 65% of tickets, 86% money, but they're getting +6.
Yeah, I don't. That's probably
That's
why.
so
Like,
many
how
points.
can you
It's so
not?
many points.
Even
It's
with the
so many
public doing
points.
that, like,
Like how it's just so many points. If you truly think the Milwaukee Bucks can beat the Nets I6 with KD and James Harden on the floor, please, I would love to hear why. I would love to hear a breakdown of
yeah,
exactly what you think, because man, that just doesn't. Every stat ever points to when James Harden's on that floor, the Nets are going to win. I think they've covered the
exactly.
spread like 85% of the time. I think they've won like 70+% of games that he's on the floor. Hey, Vegas knows what they're doing, but 6 points is just way too much. And I haven't seen anything about. All I've seen is Kyrie, right? I'm not missing anything. It's just Kyrie. I don't
Uh,
see any injury report
yeah,
for
yeah.
KD. I don't see any
No,
injury report
KD's
for James
fine.
Harden.
James Harden's gonna play. Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking. Like, let's say James Harden is in the same somewhat limited role he was in the
He
last
will be.
game.
He will be.
Yeah,
It's a hamstring.
maybe a
You know,
little
2 days.
bit, maybe a little bit more mobility, but open threes, facilitating offense.
Yep.
Um, even then, if you want to make the Bucks a favorite, like 2.5, 3.5,
Yeah,
six
exactly.
is a lot.
It's just 6. And I'm not saying that the Nets win this game. I'm just saying that 6 is way too many points.
Yeah,
And for a money, dude, let's not forget that we still think the Nets are the best team in the NBA, and they're getting +188 tonight for money line, which is just about the most ridiculous odds I think you could find the best team in a sport ever at anything.
I mean, yeah, I'd
Um,
say Kevin Durant's probably the best player left in the playoffs. I don't know how you.
I don't know how you'd argue that.
Yeah, here's a little. Speaking of KD, if you want to do a little first basket fun, he's hit first
Ooh,
basket in the last two games.
interesting.
Also,
Interesting.
now
Harden's definitely not hitting it tonight, so
I will say the home court is big in this series. It's really,
it
really
is.
big in this
It
series.
is, and
Actually,
that and
just
that's
in
why.
Bucks Nets in general, last 8 Bucks Nets games have gone to the home team.
Yep. And that's why I wouldn't lay the money line on this one tonight, and that's why I like that +6, because I do honestly think that Milwaukee can take this, and
Yeah,
then Nets will take Game 7. But yeah, the home team has been dominant in the series, but 6 is a lot. Remember, Harden wasn't there the last time they played in Milwaukee,
true.
so I think it changes. That's NBA. I don't think I have a play for the under over. I haven't been a big fan of playoff under overs, although we did hit our last one. It's sitting at 220. Harden on the floor, Milwaukee at home. Give me the over on that one. I like that. 220, one. I'm going to say, you know what? My prediction. I'm going to say the Nets wrap it up tonight, 115 to 112.
All right. I'm looking at because now I'm into.
Official prediction.
I wanted to take my KD thing, the first
Yeah.
basket, and I'm. We don't have to get super into this. It's a huge tangent, but I have no. How do you even come up
It's
with
the
the
betting
odds
hour.
for
We talk about betting.
Yeah, how do you even come up with the
I
odds
don't know.
for the
It's
because
got to be just based off like statistics. It's got to be straight statistics.
because
There's got to be nothing else.
it goes
And
Giannis is
trends.
plus 350, Chris Middleton 500, Drew Holiday 600, and then KD's also 600. But it seems like they're really sure that the Bucks are going to score the first points. So if you don't think so, KD plus 600, he's done it over and over again. Uh,
Interesting.
but yeah, it's weird. It seems like whoever makes those odds, for
Hey, you
whatever
put in a
reason,
little KD first basket tonight for
just for
you know,
fun, just for
just for
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
But
I'd have
that
to
is
agree though. I think that spread is just too much.
yeah,
Just take that.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
so many points for someone that we widely consider the best team in the NBA with the key part of their team back. I mean, maybe not even 80% healthy, but he's at least on the floor.
Oh, look, yeah, I'm
Just
playing.
give me the points, man.
You
Give me the
can't
points.
you
Don't be
can't
greedy.
take
Just give me
Bucks
the
minus
points.
6 here.
No,
Nets plus 6
no, you
for
can't.
safety, and if you're feeling a little, and you know what I'm doing.
Yeah, give me that -2.5 on the Nugs.
Oh shoot, I didn't even think of that. I was gonna
Probably like
cap it
plus
at the money
300.
line. Damn. Yeah,
All right. Let's get
that's all
into
for
MLB.
basketball. Yep.
Yeah, let's get into MLB. 110 Eastern. We have the Orioles on the road +112, taking on the Indians at home -132. Sean, I texted you a lean earlier on this one.
Mhm.
Hang on. All my things are everywhere. I don't know where any of my tabs. Here we go. Boy, I was doing some hardcore research when I hit the ground. I'm not gonna lie. So for this game, we have Jorge Lopez on the mound for Baltimore. He has a 5.64 ERA with a. Hang on, I need to move my phone. Still see me? Okay. Jorge Lopez has
Yes.
is 2-7, has a 5.64 ERA with a 1.47 WHIP, and he's going against Eli Morgan, who averages 2 innings a game. Cleveland pitcher is 0-1. Wait, Eli Morgan? Yeah, Eli Morgan has a 20.25 ERA with a 3.75 WHIP. This might be the worst starting pitcher.
You say 20?
Yes, I said
Oh
20.
man.
20.25 ERA with a 3.75 WHIP. The next closest WHIP I've seen close to that is 2.2. That's the next worst I saw.
Man.
Cleveland Indians do have a very good bullpen, so once this pitcher's done throwing 30 runs, the bullpen will clean up after him. And Baltimore's bullpen is not great. Their starting pitcher is not great. Give me over 9.5 all day long on this. All day long. I love that bet. I was thinking about taking Cleveland Indians over, but it's at 4.5. It's like juiced to -150 or something, so it's just not worth it. Give me over 9.5 all day long in this. There should be 6 innings. There should be 6 runs in the first fucking inning, honestly. Like, this is ridiculously bad pitchers going at it. I still think Baltimore could probably get a run, maybe 2 on Cleveland's bullpen. Cleveland will get at least 1 or 2 on Baltimore's bullpen. And like I said, I think both these pitchers go get yarded like 3-4 times each. I think this is just going to be a absolute slugfest. So give me the over in this one. Early games are kind of weird. I normally stay away from them. That's why I didn't pick Cleveland in this. Otherwise, I would have. But when you're starting pitcher with a 20.25 ERA, I'm not going to bet on you. Sorry.
He's
I
a
know
Zag.
we're not. He's a. Is he?
Former Zag.
Wow. Well, he's bad. So.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Just to give you a sense of what the public is doing in that game, it looks like 71% on Indians, 74% of money on Indians. So people definitely stacked on the Indians, knowing why, because they're playing the Baltimore Orioles. They're playing them at home. Baltimore Orioles are going to lose this game like they lose every other game on the road. But like I said, you have a guy with a 20.25 ERA and over a 3 WHIP. I'm just not going to lay money on your team. Give me the over. Really like it. Should be good to go. Next game today is at, 3:45 p.m. Giants at home against the Diamondbacks. Giants getting -210. Diamondbacks getting +175 on the road. Giants getting 89% of tickets, 95% of money, though. Public absolutely stacking on them. And I can probably tell you why. It's probably because, yep, Kevin Gossman is on the mound for San Francisco. He is 7-1. He has a 1.43 ERA and a .78 WHIP. I'm not totally sure, but I think that might be one of the closest I've seen to DeGrom all year
Yeah,
for WHIP.
that's
I
crazy
think that's
good.
just. I think it's man throws some heat. Zach Gallen's on the mound for Arizona. He's 1-1, 3.04 ERA with a 1.2 WHIP. So honestly, not that bad of a pitcher himself. I really wanted to take, and I'm also looking at. So this is a day game, and I know I don't normally look at the day to night trends for pitchers. However, this is one of those that just kind of makes sense. So Zach Gallen is a 3.04 ERA. In his last three, he's a 2.65. So he's playing a little bit better. His hits are down. His earned runs are down. His strikeouts are up. His walks are down. He actually pitches better uh, at away stadiums. He pitches at a 1.93 ERA. He actually pitches on average a whole nother inning on the road. Hits are down. Runs are down. Earned runs are down. Strikeouts are up. Walks are down. Now, this was the interesting one. He's played one day game and one night game. He threw a .82 ERA his day game and a 4.6 the night game. So the man likes the sun. He enjoys summer weather. He enjoys being in the sun on the mound. He doesn't like being underneath the lights. Because there's just too many things, because Zach Gallen looks like he's a better pitcher than people are giving him credit for, because Kevin Gausman's actually a worse pitcher at home by almost double his ERA. There's just too many things in this one that, because the money is all stacked on the Giants, that just feels like a trap game. This series has been absolutely unbelievable. I think the Giants went down 7-0 in the first one, came back 1-9-8. Game two last night was like 13-8. It is just a crazy, crazy series. The under-over is 7.5. Give me the over on that. I'm not going to lay it, but two decent pitchers. I could see something funky happening. I could see someone just getting crushed, and then Arizona bullpen is terrible anyways. But because of the public money and because Giants are at -200, I'm not laying shit on that. It's just not worth it.
So when
Feels like a trap
crazy,
game.
Though,
Yeah.
so
Nice
we were
trend right
talking
there.
about not even a trend, but I mean it's a trend, but boy. So we have the Rockies we've been talking about as a historically bad away team or home team.
Yeah.
We also have a historically
team.
bad away team. We have two. The Diamondbacks lost the last 22 road games. That is the tie for the modern MLB record of consecutive road losses. So we're gonna have
Fine. Put the Giants in a parlay just so you can cap off on history. Just so you can say that you did it.
You're part of history.
Everyone put $1 on San Francisco to win, just so you can say that you were part of history.
But 23
when
cents
they
for
beat
every
them.
every
I'm
loss.
I'm dead serious though. That literally looks like a trap line, 1,000%, and
Yeah.
I am terrified of that line. I
But
really am.
eventually
That's
they win one.
That's the kind of line. Yeah, that's the kind of line that screws up, especially with an early game day, like a 3 o'clock game, which it is. Those early games are always funky. Always do something they're not supposed to.
But if they don't eventually win one, now they just lose like the next.
That'd be
50 on
crazy.
the road.
It'd be the easiest bet ever. Next game
What's
is not until, so we have the 110, the 345, and then we are not until 7:07. We have Yankees Blue Jays.
707.
Yankees on the road. We are getting actually Yankees favored -107. Toronto at home getting -108. Tickets basically 50-50. Money a little bit stacked on the Yankees. I looked at this game earlier, and I do like the Yankees in this spot, which is, it's tough for me to say. I don't say that often. Starting pitcher for Toronto, they both are probably only going to go 3 innings tonight. Is Zuch. He's 0-2, 6.75 ERA with a 1.92 WHIP. Not very good at all. New York Yankees pitcher is not much better. 0-3, 3.77 ERA with a 1.35 WHIP. Yankees are actually a better team on the road. Toronto's actually a worse team at home, where they both are tonight. And then I remember seeing something in this. Yes, here it is. Zuch is a 6.75 ERA. He's actually played better in his last 3 with a 4.5. But at home, he has an 8.6 ERA. He hates playing at home. I don't know why, but his ERA is terrible. His hits go way up. His runs go way up. Earned runs obviously go up. Strikeouts about the same. Walks, it's almost doubled when he's at home. The man just doesn't like pitching in front of his home crowd. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the pressure or whatever. Michael King also not that great on the road. But just giving the Yankees here, this just seems like a spot that they could do very well in. Their bullpen is slightly better than Toronto's. They have played a lot of games this year. Yankees have won the last 3. Before that, Toronto won the last 4. I think this is a good spot for the Yankees, especially coming in at like minus 108.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it in a parlay. I would just keep it straight because I think it could fuck up a parlay of yours. It's just not worth it. Good enough odds by itself. Yeah, that's all I got for that.
Just quick
Apparently,
little.
that game is set at like 10.5, which I think is ridiculous.
That's yeah.
Even though both pitchers are bad, 10.5 is still insane to me. Especially when these two teams. This is their results the last times they've played each other. Hang on, I just saw it. 2-3, 5-6, 5-3, 2-0, 6-2, 5-4, 7-3, 3-1, 3-1, 5-8. So in their last 10, they have gone over 10.5 one time. One time total.
Yeah, that's a weird line. I'll say
Yeah.
first inning.
Give me the under on that.
First inning,
Over
runs
one.
scored though.
Over a half.
Over half.
Yeah.
That is hit in the
What is
last
that?
8 Yankees games. It's at minus
Yep.
120 right now.
That's not bad actually, especially with these two starting pitchers.
Yeah.
Yes, first run inning in the Yankees Toronto game. I do like that bet a lot. That sounds like a good one. Next we have 7:20 Cardinals Braves. Oh, wait,
Cubs Mets at 7:10.
Oh, Cubs Mets. All right, Cubs Mets. Cubs Mets 7:10. Cubs on the road getting plus 106. Mets at home getting minus 122. Yes. Looks like 57% of tickets on the Mets and 87% of money on the Mets. That's interesting. Let's find out why. It looks like. Why does sometimes just the game just not pop up on my thingy?
I don't know, man.
It makes me very angry.
It sounds upsetting. I'd be pretty mad.
Thank you. There it is. Oh, there's a free pick on covers today. Let's find out what we're fading. He has Anthony Stalter. Anthony Stalter has Mets minus 120. Let's keep that in mind. On the mound for the Mets, we have Stroman. He's 2.32 ERA, 1.08 WHIP. Very good pitcher. He's probably going to go 5 or 6 innings tonight. Hendricks will also go 5 or 6 innings tonight. He is 8-4, but with a 4.46 ERA and a 1.35 WHIP. Mets are 20-6 at home this season. Cubs are 14-20 on the road. Stroman plays very well at home. Hendricks plays about the same as he normally does on the road as does at home. I don't have much else to say besides the starting pitcher for Mets is better. The bullpen for the Cubs is better. Mets are at home. Normally play a lot better at home. I'm leaning Mets here, but I don't think I can lay it because the Cubs are a very good team. They might struggle on the road, but man, Cubs are still a really good team. Don't know exactly what I want to do with this. Like I said, leaning Mets. Maybe
There's
like a
little first inning action on this one.
Okay.
Cubs have gone no runs in the first inning in their last 8. So just the opposite of the Yankees there, and
wow.
that is at minus 115 right now. So.
Okay. I like that. Let's see. There was one more than yes. Now we're on Cardinals Braves. Braves at home getting minus 195. Cardinals on the road getting plus 165. Braves 63% of tickets, 70% of money. Check out who's pitching. I believe the Braves have them absolutely cranked on pitching today. The last time I checked. Charlie Morton against John Grant. Charlie Morton is actually I was kind of wrong. Charlie Morton has a 4.5 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. On the mound for St. Louis, we have Gant. He's 4-4, 3.36 ERA with a 1.65 WHIP. So Atlanta definitely has the advantage on the pitching mound to start the game. Atlanta not that great of a team though. 13-16 on the road, 17-19 at home. St. Louis struggles on the road a little bit when they're 19-15 at home and only 16-18 on the road, but not a big difference. I'm looking at starting pitchers right now. Looks like Morton plays basically how he does everywhere, whether he's home on the road. Gant on the other hand, in his last 3 has played god awful, but is a very, very good away pitcher. So I don't know what to do with this one. I kind of want to say, what is St. Louis's line at? You know what? No, this is a stay away game. I don't want to touch this game. I don't want to do it. Braves. I could see this going over. I could easily see this going over 9. Um, but other than that, I really don't want to touch this one. Braves
Yeah.
team total over maybe, but I don't like it. Braves team total over maybe. That would be the one that I might go for. Let's see here. Next game. Is it the Chicago Houston game?
Yeah. White Sox Stros.
White Sox Stros. We have White Sox on the road being underdogged at plus 112. Houston at home getting the favorite at minus 130 with 54% of tickets, 67% of money. Let's pull in the starting pitching. I have a feeling I'm gonna just stay away from this one just because I don't like these bullpens at all. I will say that covers.com has a free play on Houston minus 130. Larry Ness. I was just looking for his. I'm looking at his reasoning.
Hmm. Let us inform us, Larry. Inform us. Tell
All
us
right, so
about
Larry
what.
says, I mean, Larry has a couple paragraphs here. I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of it is just talking about how their season is gone. He says at the end, this is expected to be an excellent series, but I'll side with Houston here in game 1. The Astros improved to a season high 11 games over 500 with their 8-4 win over the dog shit Texas Rangers on Wednesday and have won 12 of their last 16 games. 7,500 over the last 16 games. Urquidy owns a 4.59 ERA in 6 away starts in 2021, but in 5 home starts, his ERA drops to 2.83 while he's held opponents to a under 200 batting average. In stark contrast, Cease owns a 1.63 ERA and a .96 batting average in 7 home starts, but a 5.79 ERA in 6 road starts. Good luck, Larry. Well, Larry, that if Larry didn't put his pick at the top, I wouldn't have known which side Larry was picking. Because he literally just gave information on why both pitchers are playing well. So thanks, Larry,
All
for
right,
giving
Larry.
me an angle for the opposing team. Appreciate it.
All right, Larry
So yeah,
Bear.
Cease on the mound for White Sox. There's no lefty in this game, so we don't have to worry about that. And I think let's look at Houston's bullpen. Houston only has 2 people. Oh wait, sorry, that's White Sox bullpen. Houston really only has 2 lefties that they use in their bullpen. Actually, one that they'll probably end up using, maybe 2. So there is that. But Dylan Cease is on the mound for Chicago. He's 5-2, 3.38 ERA, 1.28 WHIP. Urquidy is a slightly better pitcher, not an ERA, but his WHIP is better. He's got a 3.77 ERA with a 1.03 WHIP. I'm gonna look at how these pitchers do home versus away, and then we're gonna get off this game because I don't want to place a bet on this game. I really don't. But I might have just found an angle as I'm talking through this. Hang on. Today, show starting pitchers. Okay. Urquidy, yeah, Dylan Cease kind of struggles on the road. Urquidy's a little bit better of a pitcher at home. Give me Houston Astros team total over. What's it at? I would look, but I'm not allowed to bet.
I got you.
Wait, I might be able to. Total. Yeah, you're gonna have to look at that one.
Yeah, for the Astros,
Yeah, Astros team total over. What's over 4.5?
they're both 4.5 for both. The Sox
They
and
are.
the Stros are both at 4.5
What's
right now.
the juice for that?
Over is 106, minus 106.
Okay. Give me Astros over 4.5 today. I like that line. I don't know if they win this game. I would think I'm leaning that they win this game, but I like that team total over a lot. I think that's a very good line for them. I think the White Sox may struggle a little bit here today in the whole pitching aspect of things. Very good bullpen, but I still think the Astros have the number 1 offense in the league, which I did not know that. They have the number 1 runs per 9 innings. They have the number one average runs. They have the number one OPS, number 8 in home runs, and they're number one in strikeouts.
Wow.
So these boys just grip and rip that bag, and they don't care if they strike out. They're gonna get after it. Other thing to note is Houston is 22-13 at home, while Chicago is only 16-13 on the road. Both very, very much home teams here, and Chicago is on the road. So, yeah, I like the Astros team total over. And the next game is what? Sean? What is it? It is Milwaukee.
Reds Padres or
Reds Padres? Oh, either one.
Yeah.
I did look into Reds Padres earlier. I really do like the Padres tonight. Let me get back to their line. They're at minus 177 at home. Reds are plus 150 on the road. Padres getting 71% of tickets, 75% of money, which makes sense as being a 180 favorite. Nothing much out of the ordinary there. Pitching on the mound, we have Miley for Cincinnati. He's a 2.92 ERA with a 1.12 WHIP. Actually, a pretty solid pitcher for Cincinnati. But Musgrove takes the cake on this one for San Diego. He's only 4-6, but he has a 2.5 ERA with a 0.83 WHIP. Man's got some heat. And let's remember that Cincinnati has the single worst bullpen in the entire league, and the Padres have the single best bullpen in the entire league. So we keep in check on that. I like Padres to win here based off the fact that I don't think Cincinnati do have good bats. They have the 6th ranked offense in the league, while Padres only have the 15th. Their offense does get cooking, but I think if they can't get 3 on Musgrove and then another, it's going to be tough to get another 3 in their bullpen. And I would assume that the Padres can score 4 or 5 here tonight. So
yeah,
I'm guessing like a 5-3 kind of thing, 5-2 kind of thing. Padres win. I might take them minus 1.5 in some kind of long shot parlay, just because I really do like them. The starting pitcher does scare me a little bit, but I think if they can just put in a run or 2 on him, they can get into the bullpen and they will. Cincinnati's bullpen is the worst thing ever. Like, seriously, worst ERA. Let's see. The second most walks, the 3rd most home runs, the 4th highest WHIP, the number 1 earned runs, it's like they're so bad. They're so bad. Their bullpen is awful. Yeah. So give me Padres. I don't like betting on the Padres. I think they're very overrated, but in this case, give me the Padres. The other game at 7 or 8:40 is Brewers Rockies. Rockies at home, which means that we are not betting on this game. I absolutely 100%, everything in me says to take Brewers this game. I looked at it earlier. Brewers absolutely 100%. Brandon Woodruff is on the mound. He's a 1.52 ERA, 0.72 WHIP. Absolutely incredible pitcher. Has definitely lost some RPM since sticky stuff stopped, but everyone has, so it doesn't really matter. Marquez on the other. Hey, I'm sitting in the arcade, so Marquez has a 4-6 record, 4.6 ERA, 1.44 WHIP. So everything points to Milwaukee here. Colorado has the 2nd worst bullpen, definitely a worse pitcher. There's literally no reason that you shouldn't take Milwaukee here, besides the fact that the Rockies besides the fact that the Rockies are 23-14 at home and 5-27 on the road. So they literally win games that they should not win. I'm just gonna throw it back to Colorado's last home games. They swept the Padres at home, 3 games. Let me keep going in. They beat the last time they were at home. They beat Oakland, who is considered a much better team than them. Where are their past results?
You have to.
Results. Home, yeah. So Oakland, they swept the Texas Rangers at home. They swept the Arizona Diamondbacks at home. They almost swept the Reds at home. They almost swept the Padres at home before that. Like, dude, it is unbelievable, this team at home.
So you have to consider that all of their pitching stats and all that is
so different.
Is the average between their away and their home.
Yeah.
I'll also say this is just a trend I saw was the last 8 Brewers-Rockies games, the underdog has won.
Wow. Interesting. So yeah, like I said, absolutely everything points to betting on the Brewers today, but we're not going to do it because the Rockies are an anomaly at home, and I refuse to lose a bet betting against the Rockies.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry,
fair.
we're staying away. We got Mr. Shohei Ohtani pitching tonight for the
Oh,
Angels.
baby.
He's back up, and he is playing the Detroit Tigers, who are god awful. Shohei Ohtani is 2-1. He's getting the home start. They're 18-16 at home. Detroit is 14-20 on the road. Ohtani's got a 2.85 ERA with a 1.18 WHIP. Let's also be reminded that he's one of the best batters on the team. Let's also be reminded that he's one of the best defenders on the league. It's just absolutely crazy what this man's doing. Detroit has a man, Manning. Sorry, what's his first name? I'll figure out his first name. It's not going to let me know what his first name is. It's fine. Manning as his debut pitching tonight. Debut pitching against Shohei Ohtani.
Matt Manning.
I don't like the line at all. I don't like how juiced up the Angels are. However, give me Angels money line, not team total over. I don't know how well their bets. I mean, their bets should work just fine. You know what? It's a tough one. What are the LA Angels over 4.5? What are the odds on that?
Dang, that doesn't come up on the. Hold on, I have to pull it up on my phone.
Anyways, I was leaning Angels to win this game in a parlay of some kind because they're minus 200. I was thinking about parlaying them with either the Padres, maybe the Giants, but I don't like that line, or I don't like the public money on that. Yeah, this is the tough one. Maybe the Rays. Let me know what that team total over is when you figure it out. Yeah, I'm leaning Angels to win the night and possibly their team total over, depending on what the juice is on 4.5, because their bats should work tonight. Detroit should get pummeled. Matt Manning should not do well on his debut, I would think. But both bats are going to fly because I don't think Shohei Ohtani is going to play overly impressive, and they're going to need him in the field.
Angels.
That brings us to our
Angels over 4.5 is minus 132.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I'll say the Angels have hit the over, just the total over, in the last 6. That's also at minus 1.
What's the over on this one?
It is
9, 8.5.
Yeah. 9.
I like
8.5.
that.
Yeah.
I like that 8.5 over. Hopefully the Tigers can score at least 3, because unless they score 3, I don't think that hits. But I think they should be the Angels bullpen is bad, and the Detroit Tigers bullpen is bad. And with a debut starter pitcher and Shohei Ohtani, who is really good, but like he could slip up and let up 6 runs very quickly. Just remember, this isn't like a proven guy yet.
Right.
I do like that team total over. So far, I like that Orioles over team total, or not team total. I like that Orioles Indians game total over, and I like the one that we just talked about, the Tigers and Angels team or game total over. Sorry, one more game for MLB. We still got 7 people watching. Who the fuck?
It's the boys. Don't sound so surprised. We're used to the fellas.
I know. Thursdays always be fun.
Thursday's a great time.
One more game. We have Rays Mariners. Rays on the road getting minus 177. Mariners at home getting plus 145. Rays getting stacked on 89% of tickets, 94% of money. Let's find out why.
Dang, son.
Tampa Bay has Hill pitching today. He has a 3.38 ERA, 1.02 WHIP. Seattle has Dunn pitching. He's a 1-3, but he has a 3.91 ERA and a 1.34 WHIP. So give the nod to Tampa Bay on the starting pitcher a little bit. Something to mention, Tampa Bay is a very good road team. They're 24-12 on the road. Seattle also a very good home team. They're 19-15 at home. Bullpens, Seattle is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like middle of the pack bullpen. They're pretty much just slightly below average. Tampa Bay Rays, on the other hand, have a top 3 bullpen. They throw a lot of fucking strikeouts too. A lot of strikeouts. 304, which is good for third best in bullpens. I would think the Rays take this pretty easily, but the Mariners at home, or sorry, yes, the Mariners at home are a force to be reckoned with sometimes. I don't like how the public's all stacked on the Rays. I would think that the Mariners would get some money, some tickets, considering their starting pitcher is not that bad, and considering they're at home. But it looks like people are just going with the Rays, which I kind of agree with.
Right.
But it does feel kind of trappy, just slightly. Let me see what the pitchers are doing here. Rich Hill, he's a fine pitcher on the road. He actually pitches better on the road than he does on his average. In his last 3, he's been playing pretty damn well. He's been cutting down on the runs, not throwing as many strikeouts at all, throwing a couple more walks. So something to watch for. Dunn, on the other hand, plays a lot better at home, but in his last 3 has not played very well at all. Up to almost a 5 ERA in his last 3. So I'm leaning Tampa Bay, put them in a parlay with either the Padres or what was the other team? Angels? Yes.
Yeah.
Angels. Yeah, I think that's the only way you really take them because that's just too juiced on that one. That is it for MLB, but it's okay because we have 5 WNBA games tonight.
Baby.
5 of them. And of course, we're not getting lines for shit, but oh well. All right. Let's start with my favorite one that I saw so far. The Wings -5. Wings -5, and also first quarter Wings spread, which I cannot take. I can only take the money line on my book back home. But Sean, I'm pretty sure you can take first quarter spreads.
Yeah.
On DraftKings, correct? Yes.
Pretty sure.
Let me know what's. And for those that don't know why I'm betting on first quarters, I have found out that WNBA is very, very swingy by quarter. You'll see teams like blow out another team by 15 in the first quarter, and then the other team will blow them out by 12 in the second quarter. I've been seeing that happen a lot, so I kind of did a little bit of research on it, found this brand new website that kind of gives me the quarter by quarter, and it has been amazing. I love it a lot. The Dallas Wings in their last 4 games has a net rating between offense and defense of +19.
Wow.
In the last 4 games, the Minnesota Lynx in the first quarter have a net rating of -5.1. So we're going to take Dallas Wings.
Are getting -1 at -121 for the first quarter.
Beautiful. Take that. Give me first quarter spread for the Wings. Give me full game spread for the Wings. I think that they pretty much take care of the Lynx here at home. Lynx are banged up. They just came off a nasty last Chicago Sky. Probably gonna play with a little bit of fire, but yeah, give me the Wings first quarter. Give me the Wings full game. I like that. And also, looks like the Lynx are getting a little bit of money stacked on them, so I like that even more.
Oh yeah.
Let me get to. Hang on, just a second. WNBA. God, dude, this sucks without dual monitors.
I don't know how it's even possible.
It's not fun. I want my setup back. I forgot what I was gonna say next. Yeah, that one. And then what else game do we have? We have Atlanta Dream and Washington Mystics tonight as well. Mystics looks like they're getting +1.5. If you can take a second quarter money line on the Mystics, take it. Can you take it?
Second quarter
Or
money line on
spread?
the Mystics. First quarter. The spread. Doesn't look like there's a money line, but the spread right now is 1.5. Dream -1.5. Mystics +1.5.
+1.5 is that what?
Is that -155?
The
-1.5 is +118 there.
Yeah, they're on to us. So I was going to say take the Washington Mystics second quarter money line. The Washington Mystics in their last 4 games are a plus 21.8 rating in the second quarter. That's third best in the league, while the Atlanta Dream are a negative 21.7 net rating in the second quarter. And they're not even net rating negative in many quarters. So absolutely, Washington Mystics should.
Uh-oh. Well, there goes Eric. Hopefully the plane didn't crash into him or anything. I guess we'll just pick up where he left off. We were talking Dream, Mystics, and net ratings in the quarters. Unfortunately, he's back. He's back. There he is.
Phone die, phone die, phone die.
Die phone.
Oh, we're back. I'm good.
Yeah, too much juice in that second quarter.
Yeah, man. There's just that's how you know that bet's gonna hit, because they literally shut me off.
WNBA straight took out the internet waves.
They're really on me. All right, hang on. Let me get some back up here. I can't see you. That's fine. I don't need to see you. Okay, so yeah, that's the second quarter one. If you can take it, if you want to gas that line up at minus 150 with that juice, it's up to you. I probably wouldn't, but they are dominant in the second quarter. My app doesn't have quarters for NBA, only first half. All right. That's going to be a problem, because I'm sure it's going to happen a few times.
Since DraftKings has it, I don't know what other books do, but
yeah, I know DraftKings has it. I know Fox Bet has it. I'm sure FanDuel has it. But if you're in some kind of offshore book, I'm sure they're not going to have it. Bovada probably has it. Bovada has like every bet unimaginable. Anyways,
snakes.
So I'm leaning. I think the Mystics still cover this game. They still win this game. I think the Mystics are a better team than the Dream, but I haven't seen any public lines come out yet. I've seen nothing to really give me a good hint on it. Leaning Mystics to cover 1.5, probably just take a money line, probably a better idea. But no real play on that one. We also have the Storm and Fever again tonight. The Storm are the best team in the league. The Fever are the worst team in the league. The line is currently at 16.5. The first time they played them, they won by 15. The second time they played them, they won by 17 to get the cover. Sean, can you check what first quarter spread is? Because that's normally what I like taking for the Storm. It's probably going to be minus 4.5 once again. I know both times they played each other this season, the Storm have beaten them by 9 in the first quarter. Yet the line has been at 4.5 and 4.
First quarter Storm minus 4.5 is at minus 121.
See, that's not worth. I mean, I guess it's not that bad of a juice, but it's still just not really. It's just not a good juice at all. I hate laying huge first quarter spreads with the line like that. Like minus 105, give me it. But
if you want to bump it to minus 5 instead of minus 4.5, it is at minus 108.
Oh, there you go. Might as well go for the push on 5. So if you can take it, I would do that. I
don't know who's got that. That is an alternate first quarter spread.
Yeah,
so
I
don't know if everyone's got that one, but
if you're on DraftKings, I guess it works. Yeah, that's a really tough game to bet on. Looks like even public is split 50-50. The Storm are absolutely good enough to beat the Fever by 16.5, but the 2 games they played each other this year, they have struggled to cover that number, yet they've beaten other teams by 20 and 30, even though the Fever are a much worse team than those teams. So I could easily see a 40-point win tonight, but I could also see the Fever, considering they just played, 2-3 days ago, I could also see the Fever, coming within 9 or 8 and just completely ruining the spread. So that's a really tough line. I don't want to lay something on it. If I do, it'll be on the Storm full game. It'll be on the Storm first quarter, but right now, that's just to stay away. We got 5 WNBA games today. We don't need to push one like that. The line that really surprised me tonight, but has got me very nervous, is the Chicago Sky and Connecticut Sun. If you don't know, we have a future on Connecticut Sun to win the WNBA at plus 850.
Best value.
As of unfortunately, Jonquel Jones went down, one of their best players as of recently. And now they're playing the Chicago Sky tonight. Chicago Sky are at home. The line looks like it is at 4.5 in favor of the Sky. Looks like public tickets are 67% on the Sky, 33% on the Sun, but that's only like 250 bets. So it's not really saying much. The Sky are hot right now, but the Connecticut Sun are a very good team. So in their last 4 games, just going by all quarters, let's run that. So here, all right, well, actually, let's go to all games this season real quick. Look at their defensive net rating, offensive rating. Number 1 in the league is Las Vegas Aces with a 12.4. Number 2 is Seattle Storm with a 10.9. And number 3 is the Connecticut Sun with a 7.9. You don't see the Chicago Sky until 5th. They are the last team that has a positive rating at 1.5. The only 5 teams with a positive net rating, defense and offense combined. The only 5 teams that have a positive net rating over the whole course of the season are the Aces, the Storm, the Sun, the Wings, and the Sky. Mm-hmm. Everyone else has negative. Now, that's every game this season. Let's go back to the last 4 games to kind of see where everyone's trending right now. The Chicago Sky are 3rd on that list at a 9.2. The Connecticut Sun are 6th on that list with almost a 0. So the Chicago Sky has been trending upwards. Connecticut Sun trending downwards. I'm guessing it's probably because of Jonquel Jones. I believe I'm saying that name right. I'm almost positive I got that name right. But now I'm going to feel bad if I don't. Give me my WNBA tab back, damn it. Covers.
Yeah, this one's not on the browser DraftKings, but it is on my phone. So don't know what that's about.
Jonquel Jones is out. She has played 10 games this season. She is an absolute fucking workhorse for the Sun. She averages 21.6 points per game, 10.4 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game. She's 6'6". She's a big body in there. And she will be out. She will be out tonight. She's been out the past couple games. Looks like Alyssa Thomas could come back tonight she's listed as questionable. That would be a big plus for the Connecticut Sun. She's a very good player. And it looks like Nador is still playing in the Euro League, but that doesn't hurt the Chicago Sky as much because Candace Parker is back and she's playing lights out right now. I still think 4.5 is too much for the Connecticut Sun. I'm trying not to be biased because I do think the Connecticut Sun are very good, but this injury has proven to be tough for them. I still think 4.5 is a little too much for the Sky. Give me the Sun plus 4.5 as of right now. I'm not making it official. Still need to look at a couple more things, but right now that's what I like. Seeing if we can find any like good quarter spreads in that one, but I don't think so.
Yeah, the first quarter right now is it actually just changed. It was 1.5. It just went down to 1. Sun +1 at -110. Sky -1 at -118.
Chicago Sky has the number 1 net rating in the first quarter over the last 4 games at a 31.3. Connecticut Sun also very good in the first quarter with 17.9, so I probably wouldn't touch the first quarter. Check second quarter just for fun of it. This Chicago Sky is -8.3. Connecticut Sun, however, are -18.3, so definitely not the second quarter. Third quarter, Connecticut Sun still not good. Chicago Sky is still better. Dude, Chicago Sky has just been playing really good the last 4 games. Like really, really good. Yeah, if you're gonna do it in the fourth quarter, but that's just not worth it.
Yeah, they're all -1. Best odds for the Sky is in the fourth quarter at -107.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 4.5 seems like a little too much, but yeah, they also did blow up the Lynx just recently. The last WNBA game tonight is the Liberty and the Aces. It looks like it's at 15.5 for the Aces. I don't know what to do with this.
That's a lot.
The Liberty are good. However, Sabrina Youngsky is out. She's actually questionable for tonight, and so is another one of their players is questionable for tonight. So I don't know what to do with that. They beat them by 23 of the other nights. We tried to go aces first quarter the other night. It didn't work. I think if we do it again, it probably will work. Let me check the last 4 games for both teams. Actually, aces only have a 9.7 in the first quarter. New York Liberty have a negative 3.4 second quarter. I think second quarter New York Liberty are terrible. Last time I checked. No, that was a total lie. Might have been the third quarter. There it is. Third quarter, the Las Vegas Aces have a positive 19.1 net rating. The New York Liberty have a negative 29.4. So if you can find a bet that has a spread for the Vegas in the third quarter, you take it. They have been dominant in the third quarter, and the Liberty have not. Now, Sabrina might come back tonight. I don't know. It looks like the line's not reflecting that she is. But I have no idea yet. It is still quite early.
Third quarter, Aces are getting -4 at -109.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a good one. I think that's it. Is that it?
That's all the WNBA.
That's all the WNBA. That's everything.
That's the 4 sports we're currently covering.
Oh God, we are so good at MLB, by the way, lately. Holy shit! The past week we have been
so good. It's the new
WNBA has taken a hit the past 2 days. We did go 0-2 2 days ago in VIP, and then we went 0-1 yesterday for WNBA. You know, you can't win them all. We're still hitting above 60% WNBA, but we'll get back on track. We'll get back.
We got a lot of picks coming for
you know. Gambling's like this, and right now we're like this, and then we're gonna go like.
As long as you stay positive, both in your mindset and your money. Oh,
the units and the mindset.
That's cute.
Always positive.
That's some. I'm
gonna pull a 60-second money line.
Dang. All right.
Hang on, let me get to. All right, I gotta figure out where my tabs are so I can get to one to the other very quickly. I gotta go from this one. All right, I've got this one open, NHL, NBA, MVP. All right, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right.
Ready? Set, go.
Okay, give me Islanders over the Lightning. I'm gonna say Nets win over the Bucks. MLB, give me Giants, give me Rays, give me Yankees, Braves, Padres, Brewers, Angels, Indians, Mets, Astros, Mystics, Storm, Sun, Wings, Aces. Bam.
25.
Oh God, that's so. I'm so fucking good. I should start doing this from the airport more often.
Your away record's undefeated now.
Yeah, dude. Hey.
Eric's on the road in the morning in a different time zone game on days with more than 3 WNBA
He's hitting at
games
83%.
He's under 30 seconds every time.
Okay. This officially actually will be my last time on the show until Tuesday. I promise this time you will not see my face again this time. This was a random set of events where my flight got delayed for 3 fucking hours. So I'm here doing bets today. But now, after I log off, I'm in full-on vacation mode. So don't talk to me for the next 4 days. But you're in great hands with fellow number 2 over here. Hey guys, it's me.
Remember.
But no, I'll still be sending in leans and stuff like that. I have no idea what my phone reception is going to be, so just so everyone knows. But yeah,
cool, boys, I got it. I know I say
great night.
I say goofy bets on the show, but I have smart bets sometimes.
He has smart bets too. He says goofy bets, but he actually bets pretty smart. Goofy guy, goofy bets. Sometimes he wins.
Just kidding. Don't worry, guys. I know the formula. The Hey Fellas, tried and true, tested formula for big money.
Heard it there first. All right, I'm out of here. I have a plane to wait for and a Bloody Mary to drink. So
We opened up now.
I
11,
hope so.
11:05.
It's 11 o'clock. It's got to be right. Like they got to open something at some point. God damn it, stupid. I'm flying into Williston, North Dakota,
Jeez.
and they delayed it. Like what the
What is there
due
a
to
tornado
weather?
out there?
Actually, apparently it's like 50-mile-an-hour
Oh
winds.
my god.
I asked the lady, and I was like, "So is this like an actual time, or is this like up in the air?" And she's like, "It's kind of up in the air." And I was like, "Oh, great, can't wait."
Yikes.
So hey, maybe I'll be here tomorrow for the show too. Who knows?
Same
Still
spot
just be in the terminal,
by the
just
Donkey
waiting.
Kong machine.
I didn't realize it was about Donkey Kong. We got Frogger, Donkey Kong, Mr. and Mrs.
Dang.
Pac-Man,
You got the
Galaga
classics in
by
the airport?
Galaga by Midway. We
Jeez.
got 4 pinball machines, a Golden Tee. It's pretty lit over here. I'm not gonna lie. I could kill a lot of time right here.
Yeah, bro. Cop a Bloody Mary, run some Donkey Kong. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna break every record while I wait for the next 4 hours.
Yeah, bro.
Bye,
I've
fellas.
never even seen you play Donkey Kong. I don't know what you're talking
Neither have
about.
I. Bye, fellas. Glad I could
Bye.
make the show today.
Bye, Mr. Fella One. Have a good trip.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
fall.
Bye.
Oh, get out of here. Oh. Hey, fellas. All right. Well, what a fun visit from our good friend out in Minnesota in the airport, huh? So, yeah, I think that about does it for the show today. Shout out to all the boys in the chat as always. We had a great show. Great viewers, great time. Good news. We'll be back at it tomorrow as always. Heyfellas.co. Get involved with the VIP. Don't even get the VIP. We got the free picks too. We got the forum. Post to your heart's content. You just need to make an account for completely free. Check out the Twitter. I'm running it over there for the next few days. Check out the merch. Merch drop tomorrow. As you know, Fella Friday. If you tune in tomorrow, drop something in the chat. That's a free week of VIP. And you know what? Since I'm in charge now, everyone in chat, anyone who does the VIP thing for the free VIP, also automatically entered to win a free piece of merch. Pick one winner tomorrow after the show. So get hyped, fellas. We're doing big things. We're going big. We're going to win some more money today. Stay posted. I got the picks coming out. That's it. That closes our Thursday, June 17th. It's 12:08. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Catch you on the Twitter. Catch you all over the place, and hopefully at heyfellas.co, 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 heyfellas.co. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.